Hi my friends, welcome to Reunite, the series in which we go back to our senses and try to connect with nature right at home. Today we honor sight. So my friends, this is a very special video because it's the first time that we have a guest in Plants and Lucia. This is Rebecca Sunshine. And yes, that's her real last name, and yes, she brings sunshine to the room every time she comes in. Rebecca is the founder of Sunny Love Yoga, and she has been my yoga mentor for the last 2 years. We are also very close friends. Yay! But now,
let's get to planning and visualizing.
Yes!
Woohoo!
So, how did it all start? A while ago, I actually went to Rebecca's house and we repotted her set plant. While I was there, I saw this beautiful tree and it was full of papers and ornaments and different colors. And I was like, what is that?
So, Lucia is talking about my manifestation tree. It's a funny story and a little bit of a sad story. But I was cleaning my room one day and I accidentally knocked off a branch from my dragon plant.
Yeah, which happens to many people.
Yes, and I was really emotional about it because I felt like I took away part of its life. And I thought, well, I can use this opportunity as a chance to connect with my plant. And so I thought of this fun idea to make a manifestation tree, which would not only nourish the dreams and visions that I have, but also help me connect and nourish my plant.
Yeah, which is, I think, pretty cool. This is actually very beautiful, but how do we do it?
So, good thing you asked, because here is a step-by-step list on how to create your own manifestation tree.
Yes, coming up! So first, we find our plant.
And doing so, we can use the principle of TLC.
So find a plant in your house that could use a little extra tender, loving care.
Yeah, in my case, I used my dragon plant because I knocked the branch off. So I saw that as an opportunity to connect with it because in life, not everything goes your way all the time.
In my case, I'm gonna use Lupita, my monstera. She's 30 years old and she's new in this house, so she's just adapting. I think she will be good for this.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Okay, step 2. Visualize your goals.
In this step, it's important to take time to sit, even meditate. You can close your eyes and just tune in to what it is that you want to accomplish in a certain period of time. That certain period of time could be short-term goals, anywhere from the next 1 to 3 months, mid-term goals that can be anywhere from the next 3 to 6 months, and even long-term goals up to 1 year or more.
Yeah, so it depends on you. Everything about this process is up to you. This is also related to the materials that you're gonna use. For example, you can use organic paper, you can use colorful papers.
Yeah, and in my experience, I used little colorful tags like this that I hung on the branches of my tree, and each color represented a different timeline. So short-term, mid-term, long-term. And you can also use organic paper, and the size can depend on the size of your plant.
When we were talking about this, Rebecca told me some things that we should keep in mind when thinking about our goals and writing them down. So I think the first one is being realistic.
It's important to understand where you are and where you want to go. So just take a moment to reflect on what you've accomplished already and where you want to go from there.
Tip number 2 is establishing clarity.
Yeah, and in establishing clarity, it's always important to remember that less is more. So up to this point, you've been realistic, you've thought about where you are, and now it's important to have an understanding about what the goal actually is. So it doesn't need to be a detailed goal. It's still something 1 line, 2 lines, but just be clear.
Tip number 3 is to identify strengths and limitations.
Yeah, it's very often that our brain is lost in the past and thinking about all of these reasons why we can't accomplish something. I know that we've all experienced that. So it's a good opportunity to use these limitations that come up in your mind as new avenues for growth. So don't let those hold you back from creating some of these visions. Still move forward and be happy about them and just find new opportunities for growth.
Step 3 is when your visions meet your plant.
So in this step, it's important to think about a few things. First is where you're going to hang your visions on your plant. So that can have to do with the location of your plant in your room and the location of where you hang the paper, because you want to be able to see them and to be reminded to read them every so often. And it's also important to remember that each plant is different. So you don't want to hang the papers on a fragile part of a leaf or where a new part of the plant is growing, or maybe even close to the soil where the paper will get wet. So I separated my short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals and visions on different branches. So my dragon plant has 3 branches, and I separated them by color per time period and also by branch.
Oh, yeah, so you can find your own way and then share with us. So step number 4 is wash, rinse, and repeat. Yeah, you can come up with a ritual that works for you to go back and check in with your plant and with your vision. For example, you can go back when you're watering it or when you're cleaning the leaves.
Or you can even create a new ritual, maybe every morning, once a week. It can line up with your meditation practice, your yoga practice, breakfast, going to the restroom. It's very, very individual, and that's what makes it so special.
Yeah.
In my experience, it's been so rewarding to have this manifestation tree, because not only have some of my visions come to life, but I've also been able to grow side by side with my dragon plant. In fact, that broken branch I told you about earlier has since started to grow back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
it's so awesome.
Yeah, that's a beautiful feeling, I think.
Yes.
Okay, my friends, so we hope that this video was very useful for you and inspiring, so you can make your own manifestation tree. If you do make one, make sure to share with us. We would love to see it.
We would love to see it.
Yeah. If you would like to be part of this community, you're always welcome. So,
please subscribe!
Yay! And as always, I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye!